take just a moment and show you, amongst all of these discussion boards in this Life and Teaching's ethics class, um, the last one is the course evaluation, and it is weighted the same as every other discussion board, which motivates the students to do it. The criteria is they have to do a thoughtful job. So I thought I'd scroll down to one here. Most of the students have done varying degrees of responses. Rebecca DePoli's was helpful. Sometimes I get really great ideas. Like I have this Davaris Bookers asking for a prayer board to help students get through rough periods. That's probably a really good idea. So I'm going to look at ways to try to incorporate that. Typically, the responses are pretty similar, but I wanted to share with you a couple of things. So I picked Rebecca because I've had her for several classes, and so she's kind of been a part of the development of my online process. And she says that this has been one of her favorite classes so far. She enjoyed the content. She points out here that she loved the online videos, and because it truly made her feel as if she was in the classroom. That's an important learning point for us that we need to ponder and look at how we can implement that, as I'm getting more and more of that feedback. And I know some of you guys are incorporating that more and more. So we need to structure and standardize that and get our faces in front of the students. I think it will help our online program overall. This is really interesting as well. I use memorization exercises, a process that I created where I just do the same. I do the final exam twice a week for the whole quarter and give the students the answers. And she said that as she was doing this memorization exercise, she was recalling answers from a test that she had with me in a different class 2 years ago. Was bringing up thoughts about those. That's amazing. Retention for 2-year retention rate on a final exam is what, maybe a couple of questions, to maybe 5 or 10% at the most. She learned a lot, and she learned more than she was helping to learn. So I always ask the same questions. Would you recommend this class to a friend? I want them thinking that way, because that's the one little aspect they can grow the school, is by suggesting it to others. So here's my, at the top here, here are my course evaluation questions. And so I tell them I'm going to improve. And then I have them answer each of these specific questions. Please expound on your no's and negatives. My personal goal is to become an all-star online professor, not for my glory, but for God's glory and the students' benefit. And then I've been saying Pax et bonum to them on their emails the whole quarter, so I finally tell them what it means, a little bonus for them. And then what I do also is after each student's responses, the student didn't get full credit, by the way, after each student's responses, then I go back, and if there's anything that needs to be addressed, I at least tell them thank you for the feedback. But if there's anything that needs to be addressed, like something they didn't like, but I have a good reason for it, I'll explain it to them, the thought behind it, and then I'll ask them if they have a better idea, or if they give me something that I think is a great idea. I will tell them, look for that to be implemented by next quarter, and I'll implement it. So I've been implementing their ideas, and usually the ones, with very rare exception, the ideas that students come up with, if I implement them, usually are well received by the next class. So anyway, just an encouragement to set up a final discussion board, your last one, and have your students do a course evaluation. The one that they do for the class officially is really not instructive for us. It really answers questions the school's interested in, but I don't find that I get anything of any value out of it. Unfortunately, I wish I did. But these are the questions that I want to know, and they're a little more subjective, and I get such great stuff. All right, God bless you guys, and thanks a lot.